We are in the middle of March 2022, and you know what that means. It's time for the new games we are excited to play this month. Hi gamers, it's POS, and today on Meta 3 games that deserve your attention in March of 2022. Starting off at number 10, it's Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall is a brand new version of the critically acclaimed fighting game from developer Platinum Games. Become a sentinel, a chosen warrior powered by the mysterious Gideon coffin grafted to your back. The Gideon coffin is a symbol of your submission to the Domitan Empire, but it's also the only thing that will keep you alive as you make your way through the titanic Tower of Babylon and face the unspeakable horrors that lurk within. You'll get the power to fight against the imminent dangers in a large tower called Ziggurat, and the ability to wield a powerful arsenal of up to 4 weapons, 1 in each of your human arms and 2 more held by the spectral shackles that protrude from your Gideon coffin. Experiment with different weapon and armor combinations and explore the almost limitless strategic possibilities. With each quest, you'll continue to climb until you inevitably reach the top. Babylon's Fall lands on PC and the PlayStations 4 and 5, March 2nd. Number 9. It's Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo 7 will raise the bar for realistic car racing in video game form. After years of development, Polyphony Digital's latest installment in the long-running Gran Turismo series is ready to race. Whether you are a racer or casual driver, collector, tuner, paint designer or photographer, find your line with a stunning collection of game modes, including fan favorites like GT Campaign, Arcade and Driving School. With over 420 cars available from day one at brand headquarters and used car dealerships, Gran Turismo 7 recreates the look and feel of classic engines and state-of-the-art supercars in unparalleled detail. Each car behaves differently and feels unique as you navigate over 90 tracks in dynamic weather conditions. With the reintroduction of the legendary GT simulation mode, bike, tune, drive and sell your way through a rewarding solo campaign as you unlock new cars and challenges. And if you love to compete, hone your skills and compete in GT Sports mode. I can't wait to play. It's landing on PlayStations 4 and 5 on March 4th. Number 7. It's Final Fantasy Origin. Final Fantasy Origin is many different things at once. In this hard-hitting action RPG, Jack must face numerous challenges to bring the light of the crystals back to Cornelia, a kingdom conquered by darkness. As a series familiar with quirky spin-offs and sudden changes in direction, perhaps it should not be so surprising that Square Enix is giving Final Fantasy an action-packed retelling, but it's certainly not a repeat of the story we were expecting. The game offers action gameplay, in which you'll use a variety of action moves to survive fierce battles and disperse your enemies in front of you, as well as RPG elements, in which you'll collect numerous different professions and weapons to customize and develop your characters. The game can be played at different difficulty levels. Team Ninja's developers and creative director Tetsuya Nomura have described it as a game that is different from its namesake, although at the same time it is becoming increasingly clear how much this title takes inspiration from FF1 and the rest of the series. The more we see, the more these pieces come together. It looks like it does so in a nostalgic tour of heavily inspired recreations of classic locations from each FF game, a clever celebration in this anniversary year of the series. Final Fantasy Origin lands on PC, PlayStations 4 and 5 and Xbox consoles, March 18th. Number 6. Is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Embark on an epic adventure filled with whimsy, wonder and powerful weapons. Bullets, magic and broadswords collide in this chaotic fantasy world brought to life by the unpredictable Tiny Tina. Roll your own multi-class hero and loot, shoot, slash and throw your way through outlandish monsters and loot-filled dungeons to stop the tyrannical Dragon Lord. Everyone is welcome, so join the party, put on your adventuring boots and be chaotically awesome. The full list of skills for each class can be found on their respective game guide page, but we'd like to give you a brief summary of their general playstyle, as well as some important passive skills that can really unlock their power and potential. Whether you want to start the theoretical design of the perfect build right away or just get an overview of which classes you want to combine for maximum multiclass power, there's a lot to discover here. You'll start your adventure by choosing a primary class, but it will not be long before you earn a secondary class slot with the multiclass system to create a hybrid character build. Discover different classes, such as the Stabomancer and the BRR Zerker, that we'll be playing as we scour them for monsters and loot. A lot of hours to play this awesome game. It lands on PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC, March 25th. Number 5. is Ghostwire, Tokyo. Explore a unique vision of Tokyo imbued with a supernatural presence. From the ultramodern cityscape to the traditional temples and narrow streets, discover a hauntingly beautiful city teeming with yokai, vengeful spirits that roam the streets. Discover iconic landmarks like Shibuya Junction and Tokyo Tower, frozen in time as the city's population disappeared, and travel into the surreal underworld on your quest to save your family. Team up with a powerful spectral entity on its quest for revenge and master a powerful arsenal of skills to unravel the dark truth behind the disappearances as you face the unknown in Ghostwire, Tokyo. Players can build relationships with KK's team of supernatural sleuths, learn more about the character's background, and plumb the depths of Tokyo's paranormal underworld in the lead-up to the citywide threat experienced in Ghostwire Tokyo. With the power and speed of the PlayStation Registered 5 console, Tango Gameworks creates a beautiful, supernatural version of modern Tokyo. Fight the supernatural threat with a combination of upgradable elemental powers and ghost hunting abilities. Ghostwire, Tokyo lands on PlayStations 5 and PC, March 25th. Number 4 is Kirby and the Forgotten. One of the bigger surprises of the recent Nintendo latest Direct was a brand new Kirby game, one that throws the cute pink ball into a post-apocalyptic world. It's called Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and it appears to be a 3D exploration title about a world that has been largely abandoned. What journey awaits Kirby? It certainly looks less bright and cheerful compared to his previous adventures, although Kirby still has the ability to absorb the powers of others and wear cute outfits, and he fights some familiar enemies along the way. Copy the abilities of enemies like the new Drill and the Ranger and use them in your attacks, explore your surroundings, and rescue the kidnapped Waddle Dees alongside the ferocious Beast Pack alongside the mysterious Elfilin. Take a break from your adventure in beautiful Waddle Dee Town. Play some of the townsfolk's favorite games or compare scores online via Wise Waddle Dee. I hope you are in the mood for an unforgettable adventure. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands on Nintendo Switch, March 25th. Number 3. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is not your usual superhero game. It's a new tactical RPG set in the dark side of the Marvel Universe. You'll have to confront the demonic forces of the underworld while teaming up with and living among the Midnight Suns, Earth's last line of defense. It's drawing from team-up comic book stories from the 90s, in which Marvel heroes confront demonic forces. Aesthetically, the whole thing reminds a bit of Marvel meets Diablo. Expect magic and evil tomes. And probably vampires, too, because Blade is there. Experience a compelling personal story as you fight corrupted versions of iconic Marvel characters and rise up against the demonic forces of Lilith to stop her from resurrecting her evil master, Thawne. Unlock new abilities by building relationships with heroes like Iron Man, Blade, and Captain Marvel outside of battle. Explore the mysterious Abbey and its grounds to uncover the hidden secrets of your mystical secret base. Marvel's Midnight Suns lands on PlayStations, Xbox, March 2022. Number 2. Weird West. Weird West launches later this month, and Devolver Digital has released the 4th episode of the Road to Weird West series, which introduces the game's crime system and some of the shenanigans you can get up to. Players must survive and unravel the mysteries of the Wild West, which is teeming with gunslingers and lawmen. Each journey will be affected by the player's decisions, and features include a large world to explore and interwoven destinies. Each journey is unique and tailored to the actions taken, a series of high-stakes adventures where everything counts and the world reacts to the choices you make. Form a posse or venture alone into the eerie expanses of the Wild West and make each legend your own. Experience the story of a group of atypical heroes who become legends through the choices you make in a ruthless land. Weird West will release on March 31st. It will be available on PC via Steam, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Number 1. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Like the previous title, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is a fighting game in which characters from both Persona 3 and Persona 4 battle each other using a variety of special moves, combos, and Persona abilities. In addition to balance adjustments and new moves added to the returning characters, a new S-hold system allows players to charge up their attacks. Also new to Ultimax is the ability to choose shadow types for many of the game's characters. These shadow versions differ from their counterparts by being largely skill-based, offering a high-risk, high-reward playstyle thanks to reduced normal attack damage and a modified moveset that lacks defensive options. They also maintain their SP over multiple rounds instead of resetting each time, and have an exclusive Shadow Rampage ability that replaces the burst command and gives characters infinite SP for a limited time. The game's story mode, told in a format similar to a visual novel, is now split into 2 separate campaigns for the Persona 3 and Persona 4 characters, as opposed to individual campaigns for each character in the predecessor. 2 additional story campaigns are available. In one you'll be able to replay the campaigns of the characters from Persona 4 Arena, while the other includes the downloadable content Toru Adachi and focuses on his actions during the story. Golden Arena is a dungeon-based survival mode in which players travel through different dungeons to improve the fighter's stats. Players can build social connections with a navigator character that gives them abilities that can help the player in battle. The online game now features a new lobby area, similar to an arcade, where players can interact with each other. The remastered Persona 4 Arena Ultimax will be released on March 17th for PlayStation 4, Switch and PC via Steam. That is all for today. Leave a comment and let us know what you think. I hope you liked this video and leave us a like. Do not forget to activate all notifications, and as always, thank you very much for have watched this video. I'm Pos, see you next time right here on Meta 3 Games.